Hmm.
Um, one of the girls I've been dating for a while is actually she's in one of my courses. I won't say which one,
Hmm.
but she's in the course. You know which one. You know which one I'm talking
I
about.
don't know. I seen your courses. This is a lot. It's a, it's a. I don't know which. I gotta see. I gotta go back and look.
Yeah, she's in the dark pass.
Oh, okay, 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 okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, man. It you have to apply the free advice, and yeah, it's about honestly. I want to talk about this too, man. So, would you say at this point, I think, are you 38 now, or 37 still?
38. Yeah, I just turned
Just
30. I
turned
think I
38.
turned 38. Yeah, 38. I just turned 38.
Cool. So 38 years old. You've been in the game for 20
Lost my
plus years.
virginity when I was 15. So,
There you go. So 23 years. Now, at this point in your life as a 38-year-old man, right?
mhm.
Are you still learning and leveling up in the game, or have you maxed out?
No, you can always just never, with women and they shit. I accidentally unhid him too. By the way, that was my fault.
You're good.
Um, with women are constantly evolving. The game is constant. The game is you have foundation of the game is which is certain principles remain, right?
Hmm.
But the game is ever evolving,
Hmm.
and women are evolving. Women have changed, and this is why guys are lost too because they think guys are playing like it's 1950 and 1960 and 1970 and 1980, and women have evolved. So to answer your question, there's always something to learn. There's always women are always got new tricks, the new ways of thinking, new ideologies to learn from. That's what makes it exciting for me. It's like, like basketball or some shit like that. The basketball is gonna be basketball, right? But the game of life and human beings and women and social dynamics and dating and relationships is ever evolving. Like
Hmm.
women were different 10 years ago, let alone 50 years ago. Women were completely different 10 years ago than they are now. So, don't ever get to a point for the guys watching that you think that you just know it all and that's just it. Nah, because the guys who know it all, who knew it all in 1990, that shit means nothing now,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
I mean, that's why when I see certain people like giving advice on dating apps, and I'm like, dude, you stopped dating in the 90s. Like,
Yeah, that's
what are you
it's
talking about? Like, like when was the last time you pulled a girl within 1 hour of matching her off of Tinder and fucked her?
women were completely different 10 years ago, let alone the 90s. Complete like the game has
Hmm.
anybody who's been was successful then and ain't been in and out, these hoes now will run circles around you, man. So
Hmm.
it's like, yeah, that's crazy to me.
So why are women? Do you think women are getting worse in the States? Do you think women like their behaviors and just their because it just seems they've become more savage and more heartless.
Yeah, but I think that's a result. And I know a lot of times this community, I know not your audience, but I know, we do kind of cross paths in this community. A lot of this community don't like to take accountability. If we the leaders and we the kings and, men are the leaders and the alpha males and we're supposed to be the head of the household and shit, then you have to take responsibility for your bitch being out of control. Right. And America's bitch is out of control, but that's because the men are so weak. Right. Men don't have their women in line, which is what I teach you how to do, and not with an iron fist either. I teach you how to do it the right way, the effective way, which
Hmm.
is here. When you control a person here, and it's not even about control like you have a prisoner or animal, but in order to be an effective leader, you have to command the attention and you have to command the submission of the people who follow you, which is your children, your women, and your family. And
Yeah.
and today in 2022, you can't do that with an iron fist. This ain't the 40s where you can beat a bitch across the side of the head and fucking 1880 where you can put your boots in a bitch ass and all that. That's out. You can't do that. You have to get them here.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know
Um,
if that answered your question, but
it does. No, that answers the question perfectly because I said this the other day. I was watching Coach Greg Adams and Hafiz talk on Valuetainment
mhm.
today.
I watched that.
I'm
I
sorry
watched
about that. I'm sorry I had to do that. Sorry I had to go through that.
it.
um, and I just noticed that I don't think I have nothing against the guy, but I don't think Coach Greg Adams has game at all.
Mm-mm.
And I specifically told this to, I mean, Coach Greg Adams strikes me as a trick. But I mean, come on, you know. But the point I'm trying to make is this: during that time, I had to stop the episode and I had to clearly reiterate to the guys, game is completely useless to you as a man if you do not know how to be a leader.
Right.
If you do not know how to be a leader, it's only a matter of time before she's out.
Mm-hmm.
If she doesn't, and it's twofold. One, do you find a woman that can check,
Shut up and take my money.
shut up and follow you, right?
Right.
And two, are you man enough to lead her? And a lot of men nowadays are not leaders. A lot of dudes are gigantic pussies.
Right.
And not only that, they don't even know how to lead. That's why I added this part into the core four, right? Frame.
Yeah. Frame.
Right? Because frame is what, my talks with you in 2021 and Paul and Wraith, Paul Apex Mindset, Wraith Masculine Journey, those guys, you three really had a big hand in changing my life and changing my total perspective of reality, and helped me formulate some things that we put together for the Dark Past, which was amazing success as well.
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you something. Do you agree with me when I say that? Like, men absolutely must be leaders if they want to be successful in game.
Yeah, and you don't have to lead. See, the thing too, what scares guys off is like when you say leaders, they think you got to get out here and lead 1,000 men into battle. And no, you just have to lead your life and lead your fucking household. You can be a beta male, or when I say beta male, I mean like you can go have a job and work and come home and lead your fucking home.
Yeah,
lead
exactly.
your relationship. As a
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
that's just your duty to do that. Like there's no, unless you get with a woman who, unless you get with a woman, because nowadays, again, women have evolved. So you do have women who would rather lead, or they think that they can, and they're more attractive to guys who are more submissive. But is that going to make you happy? Right. I don't think that that's going to make no guy that watches us happy. Right.